11 tracks your child's progress, giving a clear picture of their strengths and needs. With data-driven analysis and easy-to-understand reports, it empowers parents and teachers to take meaningful action. Trusted by educators and professionals, 11 provides insights that help identify areas where your child may need more guidance, ensuring a positive experience that leads to brighter futures. Start their journey with 11 today. Every child deserves attention, care, and understanding. 11 tracks your child's progress, giving a clear picture of their strengths and needs. With data-driven analysis and easy-to-understand reports, it empowers parents and teachers to take meaningful action. Trusted by educators and professionals, 11 provides insights that help identify areas where your child may need more guidance, ensuring a positive experience that leads to brighter futures. Start their journey with 11 today. Every child deserves attention, care, and understanding. 11 tracks your child's progress, giving a clear picture of their strengths and needs. With data-driven analysis and easy-to-understand reports, it empowers parents and teachers to take meaningful action. Trusted by educators and professionals, 11 provides insights that help identify areas where your child may need more guidance, ensuring a positive experience that leads to brighter futures. Start their journey with 11 today. Every child deserves attention, care, and understanding. 11 tracks your child's progress, giving a clear picture of their strengths and needs. With data-driven analysis and easy-to-understand reports,
你不能看到嘞，他们。
A nurturing environment begins with the right support. Every child deserves attention, care, and understanding. Lemon tracks your child's progress, giving a clear picture of their strengths and needs. With data-driven analysis and easy-to-understand reports, it empowers parents and teachers to take meaningful action, ensuring no child is left behind. Trusted by educators and professionals, Lemon provides insights that help identify areas where your child may need more guidance, ensuring a positive experience that leads to brighter futures.
Missing line. I like this.
Every moment is a chance to learn, and every child deserves the chance to shine. Lemon helps you understand your child across 8 developmental domains, providing valuable insights to better support their growth. Start their journey with Lemon today. Every parent wants the best for their child.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
What's your name?
No high.
Lohai. You want to go inside? Sure. Oh, follow me.
But every child learns differently. Some need help with focus, others with understanding new concepts, while some simply need more time. A nurturing environment begins with the right support. Every child deserves attention, care, and understanding. Lemon tracks your child's progress, giving a clear picture of their strengths and needs. With data-driven analysis and easy-to-understand reports, it empowers parents and teachers to take meaningful action, ensuring no child is left behind. Trusted by educators and professionals, Lemon provides insights that help identify areas where your child may need more guidance, ensuring a positive experience that leads to brighter futures.
Missing line. I like this.
Every moment is a chance to learn, and every child deserves the chance to shine. Lemon helps you understand your child across 8 developmental domains, providing valuable insights to better support their growth. Start their journey with Lemon today. Every parent wants the best for their child.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
What's your name?
No high.
Lohai. You want to go inside? Sure. Oh, follow me.
But every child learns differently. Some need help with focus, others with understanding new concepts, while some simply need more time. A nurturing environment begins with the right support. Every child deserves attention, care, and understanding. Lemon tracks your child's progress, giving a clear picture of their strengths and needs. With data-driven analysis and easy-to-understand reports, it empowers parents and teachers to take meaningful action, ensuring no child is left behind. Trusted by educators and professionals, Lemon provides insights that help identify areas where your child may need more guidance, ensuring a positive experience that leads to brighter futures.
Missing line. I like this.
Every moment is a chance to learn, and every child deserves the chance. Hi, hello. Okay, hi, hello. Good afternoon, good evening. Okay, so we still have many people joining in. So while waiting for them to join in, let me share my slide. Okay, good evening, everyone. So, how are you today? So, it has been about the second week. The school has started. So, how's everyone doing? So, can I just know how many of you here are teachers and how many of you here are parents? Can you put down in the chat box? If you are a teacher, you put teacher. If you are parents, you put down parents. And if you are therapists, you can also put down therapists so that we can roughly know how many with us today are teachers and how many are parents. Yeah, so we seem to have a mixed group of parents, teachers, and also therapists. Yeah. Okay, so great to see you all here, and I can see a few familiar names. So today is our first, is that our first or second, our Lemon webinar. So this year, we will be offering Lemon webinar here as a way for us to support the educators and also parents community in Malaysia. So this will be free webinar every month that we will talk about learning needs. Yeah. So so today focus is about understanding unseen learning needs. Okay. So today we will be focusing on two domains of learning needs, which are memory and organization. Okay. So, yeah, so for those of you who are first time joining us, just a brief introduction about what is Brimble. So it is a spin-off from University Science Malaysia, which is at the forefront of special needs education in Malaysia and beyond. And our team include researchers, therapists, educators, and we focus on developing culturally tailored tools to empower educators and caregivers in Malaysia to foster inclusive, supportive learning environments. So, and we have many collaborators with us as well, including therapists, and also doctors and also teachers. Yeah. So we have three focus in Brimble. One is to lead the way in research to develop assessment tools and screening tools that respect our cultural and linguistic diversity needs here in Malaysia. We also have training. For example, the picture that you see here is the Kandi training that we conducted in collaboration with SIORI Therapy. And this training aims to equip educators and caregivers with essential skills to support inclusive development of children with autism. So that program is called Kandi. And we also produce many resources like storybooks and reference books to help parents and teachers to equip them with skills and knowledge about supporting children with special needs in inclusive environment. So, and one of our latest product that we developed is Lemon. So these are the range of products and programs that we offer through Brimble. So currently, we have programs like social skill training program, our social play group that we offer in Penang. And we also have Kamdi intervention teacher and parent training program.
that we offer through different collaboration here, including with JKM, with schools across Malaysia. So last year, we have been to Sarawak and Sabah to offer these programs here to parents and teachers in the East Malaysia. Yeah, and we also very quickly organize workshops in Penang and in Klang Valley region. And we have our standardized assessment tools. Last year, we launched 2 standardized assessment tools for the use of medical professionals and also educators in Malaysia, including My Baca Uji, in short MBU, which is a dyslexia assessment, and MSpeak, which is a speech sound assessment under the brand of Nuri. And also we have our learning screening tool, which is Lemon. Okay, so today I can share with you also what is Lemon. So Lemon is one of our flagship products, which is a digital tool here to help parents and teachers to do DIY screening. So Lemon stands for what? Lemon stands for Learning Monitoring for Ongoing Needs. So Lemon is a tool that is designed to be easy to use, easy to understand, and easy to take action. So how to use Lemon is just very simple. Step 1, you just create your child profile once you log in into the system. Step 2, you start doing your screening for the child, and there are as many as 8 domains that you can check here your child's learning readiness, strengths, and learning needs. And then once you complete the screening, you can click on the record to see the report. There are 2 reports here. One is the brief report. So you can just go into our system and register as a trial user, and then you can generate a free brief report. And if you need the full report, then you can subscribe. And currently, we have our data rebate, which is just 29 ringgit. To access to the full report, and that also entitle you to a year annual access to this system, and you can also do another round of screening using Lemon for your child. Okay, so after the brief introduction, now we want to come to the main topic. So today is talking about unseen learning needs. Okay, this morning I just had a online meeting here with the principal of the school, who called us and to ask about how he can better support students with learning needs in his school. So he is a primary school principal, and he can and he has been working as a principal for many years, and he noticed that there is an increase of students with learning needs in his school. So he wants to know how he can more effectively support the students. So and then from what he described and from what the teacher described, then as many of you would know, usually the assessment in the schools are conducted based on academic or subject performance. So we have English tests, we have Malay language tests, we have mathematics tests. And those tests or ujian are subject-based. So it looks at the child performance in reading and writing for particular subjects. Yeah? But is it the only and ultimate way to assess learning needs? Yeah, what do you think? Is assessment based on the subject or the academic performance itself is adequate enough to assess learning needs? Anyone who say yes, it's adequate, is enough to base on Malay tests, English tests, mathematics tests, or do we need to actually assess or screen more than that? Okay, so we have some answer here, and then basically most of you are saying tak cukup, yeah, not enough. It's really not enough because many learning needs actually are hidden. You cannot see it from ABC, writing ABC or doing 1+1, yeah, it's hidden. So these are the fundamental skills or the prerequisites of academic performance. Means these are the set of skills that the child needs to have to perform academically. So when we talk about learning needs, we are referring to the prerequisite skills of learning the subject. Okay, so when we correctly identify the learning needs, and then this information will help us to plan for more effective and focused teaching, yeah, which is more targeted, and this will be more effective to support the child to learn better. Okay, so when we look at learning needs, of course, there are many ways we can look at it, many ways we can describe it, and many different angles we can use to capture learning needs. Yeah. So the Lemon system that developed by Rainbow USM, we focus on 8 domains. Okay, so you can see those 8 domains on the screen, which are sensory, social, memory, speech, organization, attention, writing, and reading. So we believe that these are the fundamental skills or the prerequisites for a child to perform successfully in school. Okay, if you're interested to know more about this, you can attend our physical Lemon training. Yeah, so you can follow our Facebook because on and off we do have training, yeah, to share more knowledge about what are these, each of these domain is about. Okay, so today we are going to focus on certain domains here, which I will describe with more detail, and also I will talk about what are the teaching strategies to support children when they have particular challenges here in selected domains. Okay, but before we do that, I would like to ask you, to see your opinion. So Lemon, we have 8 domains here: sensory, social, memory, speech, organization, attention, writing, and reading. And these 8 domains were selected from our past research here. Over 10 years, we have gone to the school to do screening for the students, and then from there we identify like what domains actually tell us more and give us more insight about how well the children are doing. So these were not randomly selected. These were selected based on our research data to see how well it predicts performance in reading, especially in school. So now looking at these 8 domains, I want you all to vote which domain in particular that you think the kids now, our kids at the moment, and the kids here I refer to preschool because Lemon is for 3 to 6 years old. So what do you think? Which domain that the kids now are having more issues? Okay, so I can see us have started to answer it. Physical domain, memory, attention, social, attention, sensory, attention. I can see a lot of attention pop up. Okay, so yeah, sensory attention. That is a very good guess, everyone. Okay, now let's go to the second question. Okay, in general, what do you think? Among children who are between 2 years old, not 2 years old, 3 years old to 6 years old, yeah, those in Tadika, okay, or the 3 years old group in the TASCA, yeah. Okay, so the question is, what do you think? How many percent of kids or the preschoolers are showing red flags in these domains? Just a rough guess. What do you think? How many percent? 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, or more? 35%, that's a good guess. 20%, more. Okay, 45, 20%. Okay, so we can see these are very good answers. So I'm sure these are either parents or educators here who have been working with preschoolers. So it's quite actually accurate. Okay, let's see the answer. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you our research that we have done last year, which involved 555 preschoolers in Malaysia from 3 years old to 6 years old. So there are 304 male and 251 female. And these students, we have asked the teachers to screen them using Lemon and for us to generate the data here to help us to better understand about learning needs among the preschoolers. So we have more who are in preschool or in Tadika, 5 to 6 years old group, and we have around like about 1/3 of them are 3 to 4 years old. Okay, so this is our data, the overall finding here. So the orange bar refers to those who are 3 to 4 years old, and the gray bar refers to those who are 5 to 6 years old. Okay, so these are the results across all the domains. So we can see those who are the 3 to 4 years old group, we call them the junior group, and the senior group, which is 5 to 6 years old, we can see that in average, actually, they still not very ready in reading and writing. No, there will be some students who are good, but in general, we can still see that the red flags are still pretty high. So I think this is probably the situation in Malaysia where probably early literacy exposure is not as common as in overseas. In some countries, early literacy exposure is more commonplace, which means parents and kids, they are doing a lot of reading in school. But in general, we can see that our data reflects that reading and writing skills are not actually well developed yet for many children in the preschool level. Okay, in general, I'm not saying all children, So these are something to take note, because I think this finding actually correspond with our Ministry of Education data that mentioned that as far as 28% of Standard 1 students, they are performing below average for reading and writing. And Malaysian PISA data also show that our reading and writing skill is actually one of the lowest in Southeast Asia. So I think something for us to take note, But today we are not going to focus on that, because we are going to focus on the prerequisite skills of reading and writing. So prerequisite skills are the other 6 domains here: sensory, social, memory, speech, organization, and attention. So those who mention attention, you are actually quite right. The bars, the number actually represent the extent of red flags. So we can see among these prerequisites, the prerequisites that present the highest red flag rates among the children are attention. Okay, so we can see attention is pretty high, especially among the 3 to 4 years old group, followed by the speech and memory and social. So I think this is something to take note as well, because some researchers has also warned that our modern lifestyle actually has an effect on young children developing these important prerequisite skills here, because lacking adequate opportunity to interact with others, prolonged screen time actually can negatively affect the development of social skill and speech skill, and we are seeing in the data over here. And there are also many researchers and scholars who warn that prolonged actually screen time can also have an effect on attention and memory. So the finding that we got from 555 Malaysian children last year sort of supported this kind of prediction here. Okay, so And now we are going to look at the 3 domains that I would like to focus on today, which is memory, attention, and organization. Okay, so those who answer 20 to 50%, it sounds a bit scary, right? But actually it's true, because if you look at our data over here for memory, yeah, orange refers to 5 to 6 years old, the blue color refers to 3 to 4 years old. Okay, so are their memory good? We always say that kids' memory are better than adults' memory, but ta-la, look at the result over here. Yeah, so despite that, they have made basic memory, like kids by the time when they are 3 years old, they are expected to able to remember people's name and common object name. And we can see that they can remember and they do not forget once they learn. Okay, so but we have around like 4 to 7% of them who probably still confused, and we have 12 to 14% of them who sometimes still forget the name of things and people. But this is considered not many. Okay, if you look at the data on top here, which is a bit scary. No, I think teachers or kindergarten teachers here who are looking at this data, you probably will relate to your experience in the class. Okay, I think what is important to note is for children who are 3 to 4 years old, more than half of them actually require repetition when they learn. Okay, which means when you teach them one time, they probably didn't get it. They need you to repeat a few times. Okay, so how many of them? More than half of them. So if you find that, hey, how come the children, they are not learning, why they are not picking up the knowledge that I tell them? So it might be a sign that because the kids nowadays, their attention is not that good, or they have been so used to watching YouTube again and again, they actually are not sensitive enough to pick up information when you've just introduced to them one time. They actually need a lot of repetition in learning. That is what the data tell us here. And when they go to 5 to 6 years old, still about 44% of them need you to repeat in order to master specific knowledge or skill. Okay, so I think early educators here, you might want to say that, oh, I should have asked for double salary, because whatever I'm teaching, I actually need to repeat at least twice or even more in order to help the kids in my class to learn better. Yeah, later we are going to talk about certain techniques and strategies here we can use to help the kids to learn better through repetition. Okay. Okay, so other than repetition, we can see that there are also kids who have difficulties in remembering too and long information, and also they might have difficulties to remember things in sequence. So speech therapist friends, I believe that you'll give me a high five now, because I think a lot of kids with learning needs that we see in our therapy centers, basically many of them will have this problem. But we can see that now this problem is not only exclusive to children with special needs or children who have identified with special needs, like autism or ADHD. In fact, it is much more common than we expected. Okay, and if you look at cannot remember two information, cannot remember things in sequence, then we can easily see that this will impact on their reading. Because when you read, when you write, you have to remember string of information in order to interpret and understand them. So we can see this will naturally have a direct impact on how well they learn academic knowledge here in the school. Okay, so the first finding that I would like to share with you is many kids now, at least 20 to 50% of them, their memory needs to be further boost or enhance in order to prepare them for primary one. Okay, the second thing that we will talk about now is the domain of attention. Just now when I see the chat box, many of you type attention, attention, attention. And in fact, you are right. Okay, we can see same with needing repetition in teaching. Many of our children, which is as far as 50% of them at 3 to 4 years old, and 40% of them who are in 5 to 6 years old, they actually are easily distracted. Okay, so they do show signs that they have problem to concentrate or sustain concentration, and they could be easily distracted. And then correspondingly, they can also easily get bored or cannot sit still. Okay. It looks like, okay, 30-40%, but imagine in the school, imagine in a class where you are teaching, 1/3 of the children actually do not pay adequate attention. So you can imagine, you know, the kind of challenges that our educators are facing now. No, how to control the class when 1/3 of the class is actually either easily distracted or they get bored or they cannot sit still. And again, we can see that this percentage is higher than probably previously we know, that we know previously what is commonly recorded is maybe like 2% of children have autism, and then 5% of children with ADHD, and then these children would probably present with these behavior symptoms like cannot concentrate, cannot sit still. But in actual fact, we can see from our data here that more children also have this problem, but they are not being recognized and being properly seen as one issue that will affect their learning in the classroom setting. Yeah. The third domains that I would like to talk about today is organization. So we can see in comparison, organization is slightly better than attention and memory. When we talk about slightly better means there are less children that have problem. But again, is also not true to say that they don't have problem, because we can see it's still about 1/5 of them will have certain aspect of problem in organization skill. Okay. Again, the orange color refers to those who are 5 to 6 years old, and the blue color refers to those who are 3 to 4 years old. Yeah, and we can see that those who are 5 to 6 years old, most of them will be able to put on their shirt correctly, wear their shoes correctly. There might be still just about like 10% of them who are confused, but 3 to 4 years old, maybe 1/5 of them, they are still unable to do this effectively by themselves. Okay, this is interesting when I find about the 12%, because many children with dyslexia, as we know, one of the behavior symptoms might be also difficulties in correctly identify the right and left. And we can see that the 12% actually very close to the rate of dyslexia. So if those who are 5 to 6 years old, they still constantly face this problem, or you observe that they have this problem actually, and if they also present with difficulties in reading and writing, then you might want to monitor how well are they able to read and write, and whether there is a need to go for a dyslexia assessment. So this is just something to take note here. But overall, when we look at the organization skill, I was quite surprised to find out that as many as 1/5 of the students at this age range, they still often get confused about which way to go or what to do. And I think frequently lost things like papers, pencil, or books. This might be something that we will still it will still happen to us here until adulthood. I actually lost a file recently and then I've been trying to look for it the whole week. I still couldn't. So maybe, if last time my teacher screamed me using landmark, I will probably have this been ticked here for me. Yeah, so this is organization skill. And in general, we can see that about 1/5 of the children, they are facing this issue, which are frequently lost things, often get confused about which way to go and what to do. Yeah, some of the common organization problems that the kids have. Okay, so these are some of the insights that we get from our data for the domains of memory, attention, and organization. Today, I'm going to talk about these three, and the reason is because I felt these three are often underrated. They are not being focused. No, very often we have webinars or training that talk about social skill, about speech skills, but I don't think we have enough training, webinars, or knowledge sharing that is talking about memory, attention, and organization. So that's the reason why I want to focus on these three in today's webinar. Yeah? And I think what I want to highlight, as I just mentioned just now, is there are so many children which need repetition in learning. And as educators, as parents, as therapists, we want to start asking whether we have actually provide enough repetition to teach them. Yeah, because we know that they might require more repetition than what we expect in order to effectively learn a certain set of skills or knowledge. Yeah, and then 20 to 30% of them actually have difficulties to understand, to remember long and or multiple information. So, in other words, we can see that many children now, as many as 1/3 of them probably have very short memory. Short memory as in they can only retain very little information at one time in their brain. Is this good? Is this good? If this is something that happened to them until they are still 5 to 6 years old, to be able only to retain a little bit of information at one time? Definitely not, right? Because this is going to impact on academic learning, because to learn academic or to perform well academically, you need to have longer working memory. You need to remember the numbers in the equation in order to properly process them in addition or or multiplication. Yeah, and you need to remember the long sentences so that you can effectively write them down in your workbook. Okay, so it is very important to ensure that our kids actually can remember longer information, because this is one of the very critical skill for them to succeed in classroom. Okay, and obviously I think all of us will agree that attention is another thing which is very important, and organization skill. Yeah. Okay, moving on, let's talk about these skill sets and how to better understand what are these skill sets about and what are the activities that we can do to help the children to develop better skill sets of memory and organization. And today, because of our time constraint, we only have 1 hour, so I'm going to focus on 2 domains: memory and organization. Okay, so repetition is a fundamental principle in early childhood learning, enhancing skill development and knowledge retention. Just now we talked about many children do not actually require repetition to learn, right? And we know repetition is very important, especially for memory and skill retention. Yeah. So for example, if we read and read and read, we will remember the sentences better, we will remember the words better. And for acquiring skills like cycling, what we need to do is also repeatedly trying until we can cycle, right? So I think it is actually something logical and basic to expect that we need to expose or to provide the opportunity for the children to do repeated practice, okay? To consistently practice the same activities and knowledge to reinforce learning. I think this is what most educators will be doing in their respective settings, whether in schools or in therapy centers, that we are actually optimizing the opportunities and the time or duration that a child can practice on certain skill sets which they haven't acquired or mastered. Okay, so let's look at some research, okay? So to tell us that how this repetition should look like. So I recently read this study, which is published in Journal of Speech, Language and Hearing Research. It talks about how children learn verb, 2-year-old children. And then the topic actually attract my attention because it says something less is more. So I want to know what this research is about. So this research, if I'm not mistaken, is conducted in, I think it's in US, and they actually focus on 47 children here who are just 2 years old. 14 of them are late talkers and 33 of them are typical developing. So they want to see how these children are learning new words, and they focus on verbs, and they are using a nonsense verbs to see how quick the child can pick up these nonsense verbs. Okay, so what they do is they use 2 different type of stimulus, what we call stimulus or the sentence here. One is consistent stimulus, like the girl is sifting the truck. So this is consistent. Okay, sifting is always appearing in the middle, and the context of the sentence is the girl and the truck. And another is inconsistent stimulus. Sometimes they will tell the child the girl is zipping the truck, and then sometimes they will tell the girl she is zipping it. Okay, so despite that, this is a very natural way for us to provide sentence or language stimulation to the children. But what they found in this study is actually pretty different. They say kids which are as young as 2 years old, they actually look more towards the correct scene in a consistent condition than the very conditions. Means you have to always present the verbs in the same manner, using the same sentences. If you ask whether I agree to their recommendation, I will probably say not totally. Because as a speech therapist myself, we value the needs to actually present the verbs in different sentence structure, because that's help to expose the child to the variety or the different ways that we can build sentences using that verbs. But in this experiment finding, somehow they found that kids actually benefit more if you are using more consistent pattern. When you repeat the sentence, it makes them easier to learn. So we can accept that this is true, and especially when a child is just learning a new language, repetition really helps. Okay. Sorry, let me drink water first. So this is one study that highlight the importance of us to repeat when we teach young kids, especially when we are teaching them language here. And in this particular study, they emphasize the needs to use consistent stimulus. Oh. lost the slide. Oh no, I lost the slide. I actually have two studies that I want to share with you, but I think I lost the second study. Let's see if later we can find it in other slides here. The other study that I want to share with you is about, I can't remember. If later we find it in the other slides, I will we will talk about it. Yeah. So now we have to move on. Okay, now let's talk about the fun way to teach. Okay, so repetition is boring. Okay, so we know that despite repetition helps a child to learn better, but if just drilling means you just repeat again in the same way. And we also know that at the same time, many children are facing concentration problem, and they cannot sit still, and they can easily get bored. So then the challenge for us is how we make the repetition more engaging and fun for them. Okay, so these are a few activities or a few recommendations that I find could be easily applied in different settings. One is sing and dance along, okay? Whether you are teaching language, whether you are teaching letters, or whether you are teaching number, I'm sure many educators, especially early childhood educators, you do incorporate singing and dancing in your teaching. So I'm sure this is already what happened in everyday practice here in preschool. But today I would like to further highlight the importance of it. So I think it's important to not let this practice fade off, because this practice actually support the critical needs to ensure that we have enough repetition to help the children to learn better. Okay, and teaching and incorporating singing and dancing in is actually a fun way to repeat, because the kids would like the movement, and the movement also helps them to learn. Yeah. Another fun way to teach is use different voices and expression, especially if you are doing reading activities. Try to encourage the child to read in intonation. And then if your reading activities have dialogues, and then encourage them to use different voices and expression. Okay, next we are going to look at two videos here that demonstrate how singing can be used to encourage repetition, and how to read with different voices and expression. Okay, so let's watch this video together. Okay, when you are watching this video, I want to think of whether this video is better than CoComelon video. Okay, now they are start to I think if you look at YouTube, or you look at some social media, there are more and more perspectives that are put forward to go against CoComelon. So some of you might have watched those content creators that talk about why CoComelon might have the negative effect on language development especially. Okay, so look at this video and compare it with the CoComelon video, and let's discuss whether how different it could be the outcome here for us to introduce repetition through a video like that, compared to when we have the child to repeatedly watching the CoComelon video. Both are also repetition, but how could it how these and CoComelon videos are different? What features make them different? Okay, now let's watch this.
Jack Cartman! Kids Music Channel!
Open, shut them, open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Fly them, flap them, fly them, flap them. On top of your head, head, head. Like two little birds fly down, then shake hands like good friends, friends, friends. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, Open, shut them.
Okay, I will pause here. Okay, we have a fan here, yeah, for Jack Hartman. Okay, so let's talk about the video features over here. So what we could identify is that the songs in the video, there are a lot of repetition of the same sound of the same word. Okay, they present it in very rhythmic way. They present it in song. So, and they also have the actions which make the child easy to follow and to imitate. Okay, so then you might argue that I let my son or my daughter watch CoComelon. CoComelon also got a lot of repetition, and then my son and my daughter watch it over and over again. There must be a lot of repetition. And why at 5 years old you still say that my child need a lot of repetition in learning? He has been exposed to so many repetition when he was watching CoComelon last time. Okay, so we have a very good point here. We have participants say a real person is used, and we have in fact 2 participants who mentioned that, yeah, and the person model it while singing the song and using gesture expression, which is more effective. You are right, because learning to speak and learning to talk, very direct method is to look at the face. We say our child does not have eye contact, okay, but video like that, it presents the real modeling using the real person. I think it does make a lot of difference than having them watch CoComelon, where the animation is changing rapidly, and that are not association of the speech with the facial expression and also the body cue and action. Yeah, it does have more social cues, okay, and more things that they could imitate for social effectiveness through a real person video like that. Okay, so yeah, you are all right. So I think this might be a more effective way to actually provide the repetition experience that the child need. Okay, so we also have a comment who say that CoComelon is more to it's more to entertainment. You are right, definitely. I believe if you let the child choose, the child will love CoComelon than this watching Uncle Jack, right? But if you talk about which video would help the child to tune to learning, then I think I will agree with some of you here who say that Uncle Jack is better, because it has the real person demonstration, it has the social features for the child to learn, and definitely the child would learn more effective language, able to understand the words, because it has the action associated with the words. Okay, so it is more functional, it's more practical, and it's more real. Okay, so that is the difference. When we provide repetition opportunity, we have to be careful in what materials we are using. Okay. Another one is, this is just a video that I thought is quite cute. We just look at how the child read with different expression. And if your child does require some exercise like this, I think you can actually introduce it in your classroom. Look at how the child read is actually quite funny.
Oh, I hate eating sprouts, moaned the boy. Wow, a new bike, gasped Jan. I'm going to turn you into a frog, hissed the witch. I lost my mommy, cried the little girl. Would you like to come and play at my house? Asked Sam. That joke is so funny! Laughed Max. It is getting late. We should go to bed, yawned Mary. Quiet! You don't want to wake up the baby, whispered Dad. Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you, sang the children.
Okay,
Sit
so
back! down.
Yeah, so we can say that this could be quite a fun activity for the child to read, and we can actually do it repeatedly. Yeah? And the idea is for the child to read with intonation, and we also believe that that can actually encourage interpretation and understanding of what the child is reading, because you need to understand and you need to appreciate the meaning in order to use the right intonation. And we can see that this boy is doing pretty well because we can see that he is selecting the right intonation for each sentence. So this could be a form of drilling activities where we encourage the child to read repeatedly, but the repetition is more on just simply reciting the words. Okay, you add the intonation, and we encourage them to add the expression to actually make the reading more fun. Okay, so I think this could be a very effective way to teach reading, and a very effective way to provide the repetitive opportunities in a more functional and fun manner or approach. Okay, so we have watched 2 videos about repetition. Next, we are going to talk about how do we make the repetition even more applicable and make it easier for the child to generalize. And I think a lot of therapists here, we always talk about generalization, how the skill set that we teach inside our clinic or our center, what we can do to help the child to be able to generalize it outside the center, outside the therapy room. So usually we will encourage the parents, say, you go back, you practice this at home. Okay, why we want to highlight practice this at home is because we want to ensure that there is a change of setting for the child to do it, because once the child can repeat or do the same thing across different settings, it will be able to store into the memory better because it will be easier to retain. Okay, and when the child can do it in a different setting, means the memory is good enough for the child to retain and to recall spontaneously. So we want to make sure that that process happens. Why we want to make sure that? Because it's very important to ensure that the child develop the neural network of memory, okay, through repeated practice. Yeah, so what we typically want the child to have is, when a child learn a skill, we want to change a context where the child can use that skills in a different setting. So in school, sometimes we will teach song, teach the child to sing, and then we will bring the child to the hall and let them sing in the hall. And if the child can sing as well as in the hall and in the classroom, sure, the child remember already, the song and the expression and so on. And that experience of performing on the stage in the hall, it helped to strengthen the memory of that particular song or particular performance. Yeah, so it actually made the learning more sustained and effective. So same for any other knowledge or skills that we teach the child, we want to ensure that we let the child repeat, but not only in a single way or a single place. We want to ensure that there is a variety of opportunity where the child can repeat it slightly differently or in different places. So for example, you let the child practice counting indoor, doing look at the flashcard or look at the whiteboard to do some counting or recitation of number. And then you want to bring the child to go out, to find other things that they can count, in the garden or in the playground and so on. Later, we are going to see one example video of it. And the other things that I think is so cool is to let the kids teach, because when the child can act as a teacher, which means the child already remember, and he could even apply the knowledge that he or she remember. Yeah, so this is a very fun way to use role play opportunity to let the child practice and recall what they have learned. I remember when I was young, no, I always play teacher and student with my cousins. So we will take turns to become the teacher to teach no the other people about no whatever we learn in the school. So I'm sure many of you will have the same opportunity like I had. Okay, now we are going to look at video to see how we can do outdoor activity with mathematics. So I choose this video because I think it's very creative, no? How they can incorporate mathematics teaching outdoor. So this is simple, it's very low cost, but look at how effective you teach matching here, rather than just matching shape, like triangle, circle, matching with stone. That will require more creativity and logical thinking. Okay, and matching alphabets. No, this is such a cost-effective way to conduct teaching, and it's more fun. No, and it actually is more real to what the child would have experienced in their everyday life. Yeah? That is fun. Okay, let's look at another two examples. Pattern matching using stone and stick. That is so cool, right? Yeah, so I think that also encourage artistic expression and problem-solving skills to find the right things outdoor to make these shapes here. And it actually helps the visual perceptual coordination as well, whether they can correctly identify the length and the space. Okay, so these are another opportunity to do counting. Yeah, so simple, but it's actually very applicable, and it provide or create the opportunity to repeat in a very fun way. Okay, this is a very short video about how this girl act as a teacher, and when we are watching this video, let's appreciate how well he remember the words and the expressions and the action that he probably saw in her teacher or her caregiver.
Good morning, all of you. I am your English teacher. आप कैसे हैं बच्चों? You should respect your teacher. चलो हम एक साथ एक पोएम इंग्लिश की पोएम पढ़ें. Yes, ma'am.
So you can see she must have very good memory to correctly remember and to mimic all these expression and the words and the sentences that her teacher was saying. So this demonstrate a very good memory ability, and we do hope that our children have this ability, right? So why not we provide them with an opportunity where they can mimic ourselves, in a role play game like this here. Okay, so I just noticed that I'm running a bit late already. So initially I thought that, we will discuss about more activities, but I think we probably will keep it to our next webinar, because I will try to wrap up the remaining content that I have, but not too rush because I still think that there are some important things that I want to highlight and to share with you. So the other skills that I would also like to highlight today is organization. And I felt that, again, like I mentioned, this is a very underrated skills. We don't actually focus that much, but it's very important for learning. The ability to organize, to classify, and to have that orderly mental process to interpret things and to manage things. This is a very important skill in learning. It helps you to do mathematics. It helps you to learn language. It's such important fundamental skill. So developing organization skill is important because we can easily see good organization skill will affect academic performance. We can always see that all the our top achievers in the classroom, usually they are neat and organized, and when they talk, the logical flow in their speech is very organized, and then like they also are very organized in terms of their self-discipline. So it's important for us to help our child, to help them to cultivate from young this survival skill. Okay, so when a child has good organization skill, they will be able to navigate daily routine better and more efficiently, and they will be less stressful and anxious, yeah, because they are able to predict and able to plan ahead, know how to face everyday challenges or everyday routine. This is an article, a very old article that I came across, and I just felt that, wow, this is so cool. So because organization skill is so underrated, it's not been focused. No, it's so hard to actually get a way to assess organization skill. But this study, what this researcher did was so creative. So what he did is he created a box, which he called the lock box. So this box, it has 10 doors locked by different keys, and inside each square, inside it hides a toys. Okay, so he would pass this box to the children and see how they interact with the box, and from there he do observation of their organization skill. Okay, so what he found is he actually did this task with 290 typical children and 91 children with intellectual disabilities between age of 2 to 7. And he managed to observe that children with intellectual disabilities, they actually portray or show more aimless behavior. Okay, so then no, this is an example. No, they do not play in a very organized and orderly manner. Okay, I thought this is cool because this kind of test can be even done for children who are not speaking yet, and from there it actually gives us insight how young children process information, how they learn, and how they problem solve. Okay, how they interact, how they respond to things that they see. Okay, and from there we can pick up ways to help them to learn in a more systematic and organized way. Okay, so and for organization skill, what are the fun way to teach? Okay, one effective way is to teach the young kids to repeat instruction loud or to create mental checklists before moving on to the next activity. Okay, so for those which cannot remember things or their organization skill are poor, whenever we give an instruction, we try to encourage them to repeat. Okay, for example, I will give instruction to James. I ask James, you go to the next door to take the blue pen and the eraser for me. Okay, I gave instruction to James, but I will encourage James to repeat it. James, can you repeat what teacher said just now? Okay, James will repeat blue pen, eraser. Okay, so this is a way where we teach the child the skill of recalling. And if this become habit, for kids who are with learning difficulties especially, it will encourage them to remind themselves what they have heard. Yeah, this is a way to help them to recall and retain information that they heard. Okay, and it's good that we encourage them to do this from young so that they can use that as a coping strategies if they somehow have facing more difficulties in memory and organization. Another thing is we can introduce activities and games that help them to experience sequencing and organization. So what are activities that encourage sequencing? It will be like treasure hunts, maze puzzle, or follow the leader to reinforce spatial awareness. Yeah. So means activities that they have to do 1, then 2, 3, and 4. They cannot skip. Okay. This helps them to retain information, recall information, and organize their actions because they have to organize where they go, what to look for, and they have to follow 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is a cool game to let them practice organize and exploration in a systematic manner. Okay, let me drink first. While in school, it is important to cultivate the organized behavior and the orderly manner, right? So one way is to show example how to do that. So we are encouraged to actually organize things properly in the classroom, or if possible, to use label so that the children are exposed to the culture and the habit to organize their things from young. And the last one is develop check-in habit. Check-in habit will be before they leaving a place, help them, encourage them to pause and to check. So before they leave to school, pause and help them to check. You have taken your bag, you have taken your bottle, you have put on your socks, okay? And then when they reach the school, but before they go down the car, help them to check. You have taken your bottle, you have put on your bag, okay? Have you left out anything? So I think this will also help them to develop the habit and the personal skills here, the house skill, to ensure that they don't leave out their things and they take responsible of their own belonging. These are some photos that show how we can create that kind of environment to ensure that the child develop good organization skill. So one place to start is to make sure that our classroom are neat, everything is put properly and they are labeled. And good organization skill many times actually require good fine motor skills. So activities like that, which is very simple, but it helps the kids to do sorting, help the kids to actually put things properly. So it's a good way to also practice. It's a good way to practice organization skill. Okay, and the third picture is instruction tasks. Okay, so to complete this task, this is what you have to do. I think providing this kind of visual aid or visual representation also help the child to see the sequence, and the child is learn to organize his action based on this sequence, guided sequence here. Okay, so I think that's all for my sharing tonight. And for us, let's remember every child's early years are the seeds of hope for a brighter community. Okay, so tomorrow I'm also giving a talk in Mandarin language in collaboration with 新山天使新家族. Okay, so you can actually watch this online tomorrow at 8 o'clock. This is a Chinese or Mandarin webinar. So for those of you who would like to attend, you can visit 新山天使新家族 Facebook here. And you can also you can also join their Telegram. Okay, so you probably can get this information in their Facebook. And then on the 3rd of March, I'm actually delivering a webinar. It's a Kamdi webinar. So Kamdi is our autism series here. So it's also free and it's going to be on Saturday, 2 p.m. And I and Dr. Nurul Ahmad Nida, which is a family specialist, both of us will be talking about caring for kids with autism and what are the things that we can do here to help to build their best future. So this is going to be in March. Okay, so I think that is my last slide. And yeah, thank you, BK. So our team leader, BK, has actually put up a feedback form. Okay. So you can, but I think BK, you have put up the wrong feedback form. You probably want to take it down. Okay, BK, you see you can delete or not that feedback form here. So I think this is an incorrect one. Let me give you the feedback form here. Okay, I'm going to post the feedback form for you. So for those of you who now we actually provide certificates for participation. So you can fill up our feedback form, and once you fill it up, you will get our certificate of participation for this webinar. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so I just put up the feedback form in the chat. So remember to fill up this feedback form, and with this feedback form, you can actually get your certificate of participation. Because today, actually, yeah, so you will want to get the feedback form, because I think I'm not sure whether we are able to send it out again. So please make sure that you fill out the feedback form if you want to get the certificate of participation. Yeah, and obviously we also appreciate your feedback, and if you have any suggestion about what information that we can share with you in our next webinar, please feel free to put it down in the feedback form. And also, I would like to make an early announcement. In March, I think 25th of March, if I'm not mistaken, we are inviting a scholar from Hong Kong University to talk about how to create inclusive environment in preschool. Okay, so she has kindly agreed to deliver the webinar for us here in March, Dr. Kit Chan. So we will post this information in our Facebook very soon. So please do follow our Facebook so that you can get the first-hand information here about our upcoming webinar. Okay, so with that, I would like to thank you, and then hope you have a nice evening, yeah, a relaxing and evening tonight. Okay, bye bye everyone.
Every parent wants the best for their child.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Lohan.
Lohan? You want to go inside? Sure. Oh, follow me.
But every child learns differently. Some need help with focus, others with understanding new concepts, while some simply need more time. A nurturing environment begins with the right support. Every child deserves attention, care, and understanding. Lemon tracks your child's progress, giving a clear picture of their strengths and needs. With data-driven analysis and easy-to-understand reports, it empowers parents and teachers to take meaningful action, ensuring no child is left behind. Trusted by educators and professionals, Lemon provides insights that help identify areas where your child may need more guidance, ensuring a positive experience that leads to brighter futures.
Can you see mine? I like these.
Every moment is a chance to learn, and every child deserves the chance to shine. Lemon helps you understand your child across 8 developmental domains, providing valuable insights to better support their growth. Start their journey with Lemon today. Every parent wants the best for their child.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Lohan.
Lohan? You want to go inside? Sure. Oh, follow me.
But every child learns differently. Some need help with focus, others with understanding new concepts, while some simply need more time. A nurturing environment begins with the right support. Every child deserves attention, care, and understanding. Lemon tracks your child's progress, giving a clear picture of their strengths and needs. With data-driven analysis and easy-to-understand reports, it empowers parents and teachers to take meaningful action, ensuring no child is left behind. Trusted by educators and professionals, Lemon provides insights that help identify areas where your child may need more guidance, ensuring a positive experience that leads to brighter futures.
Can you see mine? I like these.
Every moment is a chance to learn, and every child deserves the chance to shine. Lemon helps you understand your child across 8 developmental domains, providing valuable insights to better support their growth. Start their journey with Lemon today.